Hey, I got tagged in this great post by @GMO by Ted and Keckers, which just says, let's make a mini app that translates our ranking into angel numbers. So I got my rewards open up. I'm 452 right now. Last week I was 28. I already know that Farcaster has an API for all of these because they told me. And yeah, so what we can do in here is we can come here, we can get the creator reward winners from this week. We can figure out what your score was, and then we can do the angel numbers. Um, let's just jump in. Uh, I like to start off for anything where I'm going to use. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask. I'm going to have an API route that grabs the place, and then I'm going to ask Gemini to explain the angel number with a really low temperature, so it doesn't go too crazy. And I did before this. Sorry, I started before this. I did some comparisons of what Google articles, Google search results say angel numbers means, and what Gemini says the same angel numbers mean, and it was fine. So we're just going to come here. We're going to clone my what X are you template, which is a decent template for doing this exact thing. And then I'm going to say angel number frame. Cool. So now we got the starter. The starter includes Nanar, Gemini, Cloudflare for custom image sharing. I don't know if I'm going to do custom image sharing for this one. We'll see how far we get. Okay. Very first thing I want to do is git remote help. I don't want to overwrite my stuff on GitHub, so I want to do git remote remove origin. Okay, cool. So now if I do git push, it's not actually going to push this because I wanted to go on a new template. All right, let's actually get started. npm I. While that's doing that, let's go and do, what the fuck did I call this? Angel number frame. Okay, cool. I just want to get a second instance set up so we can do other stuff. Cool. Let's open up cursor just so we can look at it and see what's going on in here. I just use everything, so if I it'd be fine to use VS Code, but I pay for everything, so I might as well use it. We need to put in an environment file that includes the Nanar API key and the Gemini API key, which I will do and hopefully not leak my API key. And then in here, it's a Next.js app that has basic frame integration to get the user FID. It has Gemini to get a Hogwarts thing. It has Nanar to get their profile and their casts, and it has Cloudflare for uploading stuff. I have a couple variants of this repo. I have one that uses snapchain through Nanar to get all casts ever instead of last 2 pages, but whatever. It doesn't really matter for this one because we don't need any of that Nanar stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to first, how should we approach this? Let's start by hard coding the number, and then let's go through the entire thing ourselves. I'm going to try Gemini first. Gemini is amazing if it doesn't turn into dumb mode. If it turns into dumb mode, we'll switch over to Claude. I pay $200 a month for Claude, so they never put me in dumb mode, unless I'm up like all night programming. Hi, this is a brand new template project, Next.js app for Farcaster frame. Can you read docs frame to familiarize yourself with the spec and requirements of a Farcaster frame? Best then make a plan for removing the Hogwarts stuff and instead having an API route that calls the analyze route with a low temperature and ask it to take an input number hard coded to, what was it? 28. And gets has Gemini 2.5 Flash. That's the DEM model, but I'm fine using it for this case. Explain the meaning of that angel number into paragraphs max. Thank you. Okay. So that's just going to do its thing. While it's doing its thing, let me show you what the app looks like right now. npm run dev. And then in my old videos, I would use the local frames.js debugger, but it's very out of date with the Farcaster one now because I'm pretty sure no one works on it anymore. They got good jobs working on base and stuff. All right, so let's come here with ngrok open. Let's go here. Oh, it's gonna fail. Developers preview tool. It's gonna fail because we don't have the .env in there. But let's just look at it anyway and watch it fail. Oop, I did not paste that URL correctly. Off my game. Cool. How's this doing? Yeah, man. Update whatever the fuck you want. Okay. Developer mode not called. Something is not working. It didn't make it into here. This call. Oh my god, I fucking have a typo in the URL again. I'm sorry. I'm not. I apologize. Okay, cool. So yeah, and it says, hey, I don't have this module anymore because this is actively modifying stuff. Cool. Then we're gonna come, let me just keep that open so we can see it. And then I'm gonna, on a new tab, because I don't want you to see it, I'm gonna put in my environment keys. Hopefully you don't see it. Let's find out. And then Angel number 28 signifies the, Gemini gives you some free if you don't put in the ID, I think. I think that's what it's doing. CD, I'm on the other screen now. CP, and export Nanar API key. And then I'm gonna come, I could do it on the screen and just cover it in the video, but who cares? I'm already way off track. Okay, and then I'm gonna grab those two, and I'm gonna paste that there, and then .env shows up here and git ignore. Okay, awesome, we're good now. Let's try again. See, when it's on Gemini 2.5 Pro, you can just leave it alone and everything's perfect. Awesome. Can we make the text friendlier and more mystical and also two separate paragraphs? Thank you. Can we use any friendlier Angel number themed font from Google Fonts too? Thank you. And I should probably pick a color scheme, but we're not going to get there. And then let's look at what it says. The meaning of the Angel, it's using Gemini 1.5 Flash. I told you 2.5. 2.5. We'll get there. Josephine Sands. Okay. Should I edit it or should I wait for it? This is cute. It knows that. I hate this. Whatever. There's much cleaner way of writing this code. It's currently getting the text and then parsing it into JSON, but it's already returning JSON, so we could just get the JSON. But whatever. Hate this, hate this, hate this. Okay. It got too long now. I like the font, but it just got too long. I'm sorry, shouting hate this is probably an overreaction. I don't love that it doesn't have line breaks in it. Okay, there we go. That's what I was finishing. Yeah, okay, it's split into two paragraphs. Okay, I get it, I get it, I get it. Awesome. Dear friend, have you been seeing the... No, 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 no. Awesome, but one, can we switch to Gemini 2.5 Lite Flash? Which is it? Flash, yep. And can we give it context that the user was competing on a leaderboard and they achieved the number place and want to know the analysis of that? Thank you. Okay, almost done. There is, if I wanted to, could make this so much more complicated right now, but I'm going to be nice to you, and we're not going to do that. But just know I could, because this API is static data, and if someone's like on the 10th page or something, we don't want to be calling it all the time. So it'd be really good to fetch all of the data up front and keep it. And then that, in my head, what I just happened was I was thinking, damn, should I set up a cache and actually cache the results and every like 7 days reset them, or should I just hard code it? I'm just going to hard code it because I feel like that's going to be the easiest thing. So let's now go through this. Can you now make me a scripts fetch placements.js that I can call using a node or npm runner or whatever that paginates through every page of this for periods ago 0 and saves all of the consolidated data at the end into a JSON file I can import into the next JSON. Thank you. Should we set up share images? If we wanted to set up share images, all we would have to do is update this route here. It just says angel number explanation. I don't think this needs that. I think that's overkill for this project. Okay. Node scripts fetch. I'm gonna. Fuck. What the fuck? What did it write? Let's look at what it wrote. Instead of just asking, I'm a bad programmer. Oh, yeah, it's bad. It's bad code. Can you make it something I can run with bun instead of the node stuff and use bun stuff? Hopefully it knows what I mean. Thank you. I agree, bun is more efficient. The Next.js team, however, makes us fucking use npm by default, or node by default. Bun scripts. API.hello.gg? The fuck did it just say? You're on Gemini 2.5 Pro? Okay, that's literally never happened to me before. Let's get creator award winners. Okay, API.forecaster. That is so weird that it changed the URL. And it added stuff? What the fuck? Okay, Gemini 2.5 might be quantized or something right now. They promise they don't quantize stuff, but they do. Can you update this file to call this API route instead? Thank you. Okay. Gonna switch over to Claude for Sonnet a little bit. Sonnet? Probably Sonnet. Claude for Sonnet. They are French. Claude is French, at least. I don't know if the company is French. I think a lot of them are former OpenAI employees. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's run it now. Successfully saved 0. I could have written this by hand by now. 100% I could have written this by hand by now. Result history. Result.history. It's not in result.winners, it's in result.history. But then if we look back here, okay, was this an FC issue or is this an actual issue? Result winners, result history. They just hate us. Sometimes the Farcaster team does this just to fuck with us. By sometimes, I mean, whatever. We figured out the issue, we can move on. Yeah, it has changed from the documentation. I know. Really annoying, isn't it? Gotta breathe. Sometimes I get annoyed about this stuff, and then I cast about it, and then multiple people are like, hey, you gotta remember the people at Merkle manufacture are human beings. And I'm like, you're right. Beauty. All right, let's get all of them now, and then we're gonna write a lookup for FID to placement, and then we're gonna import that into the Next.js app, then we're gonna be done. I wonder if I could ask for more than 25 at a time. Not that we trust the documentation anymore. No, it doesn't look like there's any way I can ask for more than 25. Okay, we got 3,000 creator words, perfect. Let's go to Claude now. ls scripts, where did it save it to? Creator rewards winners, okay. ls creator, okay, cool. Claude. I don't trust Gemini anymore. Hi, can you please read creator rewards winners.json a tiny bit? It's a big file and you will crash if you read it all, and then figure out how to use JQ or something to make a mapping of FID rank. Thank you. And then add that to my Next.js app, please, as a const in static.js. Gonna switch over to plan mode so it actually looks through stuff first instead of just diving in. Gotta be honest with you, normally when I'm doing this, it's more entertaining because I'm also like playing video games or something. When you just focus on it entirely, it's fucking Eeh. Ah. It runs into this all the time. I'm just going to run it myself. Because it's technically accurate. It's getting stuck. Okay, should I kill myself? Robots were supposed to make my life easier. Cool. Perfect. Perfect. Ran the command and it worked great. Keep going to migrate it into the Next.js code. Update the Next.js code so it doesn't hardcode 28 but uses their actual value from the window.user FID. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to get Lord on the thing. I got it on Venom and Cloak and Dagger. So one tank, one healer. I'm really bad at DPS. I used to be really good at. That's a lie. I was gonna say when I was like 15, I was good at Counter Strike. I was not good at Counter Strike. I'm not good at glitchy games. So trying to get more of the tanks in because they're melee characters, so you don't have to like aim. Come on, plan mode. Trying to get the Hulk too, not just the thing. But I also need to diversify outside of tanks. Right now when I play games and other people play tank and healer, I'm like, what the fuck do I do? And just kind of freak out. It's a rare occurrence because usually people want to play DPS. Thank you. This is why we use plan mode. Because imagine if it had jumped into every one of those with assumptions and then made a lot of mistakes. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, that sounds great. So yeah, we got lucky with the template. I guess it's not luck if I actually made it on purpose for this specific task. But it was nice that we got the template ready because we didn't have to worry about any of the integration or any crap. And actually, while this is doing its thing, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to ChatGPT and I'm gonna say, hi, can you please make me a 600 by 400 image that says what's the meaning of your rank and leaderboard angel numbers above it. Thank you. Make it like cute and mystical, but the app UI is right, so nothing too insane. Thank you. Okay. Gonna be honest with you, Chief. I asked Keckers for what color scheme we should use for this, and she did not get back to me. She did. She just talked about other stuff, not answering my question. So it's gonna be unstyled. It's gonna be like this. I'm fine with that. Something broke. Oh, I'm not running the app anymore. User FID not found. Please ensure you're running this in Firecaster. Okay. I'm just going to fix it myself instead of asking it to fix it because I'm getting a little tired of not being involved. Window.user. Okay. This needs to do. It's an async issue. It takes window.user FID isn't immediately available. So what we could do is we could put window.user FID in here and then see if that does it. If that doesn't do it, I'm going to have Claude do it. Yeah, I'm going to have Claude do it. Window user FID isn't available when the use effect runs, so we get user FID not found. Can you try another approach, please? If you were using like minikit or something, this wouldn't occur because he would just say use, I don't know what the fuck he would use, but there would be a hook. I really need to look into those at some point myself. But this would be covered for you. But yeah, right now I'm waiting on the frame stuff, and then I'm not sending it through like a frame provider. I'm just setting window.userFID equals blah blah. So the React components don't necessarily know if it's been loaded and initialized the frame yet, or if onReady has been called or something. If this was something we cared about it more, we would set it up so it's a provider, it passes the FID down into props, or there's a hook, or whatever you want to do. It's whatever. Okay, let's look at this now. Cool, done. Should we add in how much money they made? Should we do that? No, I'm not going to make this harder. It'd be so good if it didn't say Leaderboard. Boom. Perfect. Perfect. Figma, and it's literally the last part of this process. I go into the Figma file I use for everything right now. These are the other two frames, mini apps, whatever they're called, I've made in the last week. I'm going to make this 600 by 400. I believe I downloaded that. I'm going to go to my downloads folder. I did. I'm going to resize it. Can you give me a foreign image of just the angel in that photo? Can you now give me a foreign image of just the angel lined? Let's see if that works. Probably not going to work. But we come here and we say leaderboard angel rectangle. And then we got to figure out something for the square. Let's see if it's going to do it or not. While this is running, I'm going to export this to PNG. I'm going to go to my Cloudflare bucket. You can use, or you upload photos. I'm really anxious that's not going to work. R2 object storage. Really worried about that. Booklogger cover art. It's just a repo I use. Leaderboard angel rectangle. Leaderboard angel rectangle. Boom. Okay. Oh, it's doing it! That's fucking sick. Okay. Page.js is where this stuff is. Leaderboard angel number. Leaderboard angel number. URL is this instead of that. I need to remember to set this when we go into Vercel. And then, God, that's fucking, I can't believe it did that so perfectly. Okay. And then now we make a, nope, that's a rectangle, not a frame. We come here, we make a, I hope this is interesting. We're done with the programming. I could add a share button or something. Don't give a fuck. Not in the mood to do that right now, I'm sorry. We're just going to make a little cute app that's going to make people happy. We're not going to really worry about making a viral thing or add anything complicated into it. Export, and then grab the color the background is. Of course, it's a gradient. Then we put the color here. I do not need any of the stuff. This is just a mini app. Not just a mini app. You get what I mean. It's a mini app we're not taking too seriously. Let's say that. Cool. That goes there. Cool. Now we come back here, and then we're going to go here. And instead of looking at it in the preview tool, we're going to look at it in the embed tool. Preview not available. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Oh. Oh? Old reliable. Sorry I said you were out of date. I hope you don't mean it. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's probably because this says localhost. If I switch this over to here, do you wanna actually check? Let's see if it works now. It was reading the URL in the button and saying that's not a valid URL, so I'm not going to show you anything. Would have been nice if it had shown an error message or something, but And actually, let's use that color everywhere. Cool. No, I have it right here. And we make the background of the page and stuff. Cool. We are done. Let's launch it. We make a new repo. While we're doing, oh, it looks beautiful. I love that. Okay. We make a new repo here. We call it Leaderboard Angel Number Frame. Obviously, it's going to be public. Great call. I need to add in a license file into this. And I should update the README also. We'll do that after the video. You don't have to suffer through watching me do that. Can you add a MIT license, please? Okay. We just push this. We now go to Vercel. In Vercel, we do new project, leaderboard angel number, environmental variables. I am going to put these off screen so you can't see them. But the main one that's important is next public app URL, which is going to be leaderboard.casra.codes. Let's just call it that. We can change it later if we want. And then I'm going to take it off screen now. Okay, it's now in there. And then it is deploying. Mother, I didn't commit any of the code. I'm mad. We just wasted a deploy. It's going to take like 2 minutes. It's okay. I'm going to breathe. I'm going to breathe. Cool. Now it's going to go. And then let me see if I can bring it back. Okay, there we go. Okay, and it's building. Perfect. Now we go here, add domain, leaderboard.casra.codes. Learn more, configure automatically, authorize. Cool. Now that URL is going to go, that deployment's going to go. We're done. Truly. I mean, last thing we got to do is we got to put in a preview tool when it goes to production and make sure it still works and stuff. And we didn't make something that auto updates every week. We just made it only for this week. I doubt people will remember this exists next week. If they do, I'll update it. Okay, the deploy just went through. Let's check the domain. Domain is generating SSL certificate. I'm just going to start typing its name so I can copy paste it. Leaderboard.casra.codes. And then let's see if it's live. Perfect. Done. Bro, I know. Trust me. Repon.eth. Trust me, I fucking know how you feel. Okay, let's go here. Done. Should we update that? Let's update that. Let's update that. I don't like that. Find the meaning of your ranking. Okay. Update CTA. And we're just going to wait for the deploy to finish. Yeah. Again, we skipped a lot of stuff. We didn't add in any image sharing. We didn't add in any sharing. I just don't feel like doing it. It's open source. Someone else can do it. No one else is going to do it. But that was the whole process from a few minutes after I did the initial investigation to see if it would Gemini would work for this, for kicking off the app to launching it. That was the entire process. I hope that was interesting in one way or another. And let's see how many dozens of people use. Now, I was going to be mean and say no one's going to use this app, but it's going to make people smile. It's cute. So awesome. And then doing that broke the quote. Not the best. I'm not gonna, again, real people that work at Merkle are real human beings. They're doing their best. Are they doing their? They're trying to do their best. Okay, done. Thank you for watching.